Can you hear me now, Tony? Tony, my man. You hear now. It looks like it actually got the last 40 minutes, maybe. Recorded, just, it wasn't live. You're saying that's you on live. I have my suspicions, man. You might be trying to make me go check my stream, see what's going on. Record it. Okay, so yes, that's you on live. So, Tony, what did you have to say to the world about this, chess game? Inspire the children for ages. His master, he tried to use my master plan against me. He was like, you know what? You want me to get distracted by seeing your stream? No view. I don't see it. Now, to be fair to him, I forgot to hit the dang go live button. Who does that? I want to stream, set up OBS and everything. Oh, you gotta press the go live button to go live? Who would have thought? Anyway, my brief moments of well, they're not so brief. My moments of stupidity are astounding. My sound is too low. Okay. Let's see what I'll have the microphone closer to me. Hello. Testing. I'm still not too good at this streaming thing with this microphone. I still gotta figure it out. See, it's still Microsoft's Blue Snowball. Okay, I'm gonna test that microphone. Manage sound devices. The light's going lower for some reason. Let's see. Chess is okay. That's better. That's good to know. She could have just kept on telling me it was worse and worse to get an advantage on me, but you're such a cool guy that you obviously wouldn't do such a thing. Oh, yes. That's just the sweetest thing ever. Look, I mean, it's not that bad. My most popular video is, I believe, that's subscribed to PewDiePie. It's all about the views, man. It's not so much about the subscribers, because you can have 1,000 subscribers but only like 10 viewers consistently. I got like 50 subscribers and I get 2 viewers consistently. So obviously I'm doing something right. But I'm glad you have a sense of humor. I like that, Tony. It's really easy to have a sense of humor when for sure just beating a man in video games. No, it's a board game, but in all practical sense of the word, this is a video game right now. We're not the nicest, Tony. Not the nicest. It's all right though. You got that unique charm about you. Yeah, he's probably just gonna pile up pressure on the c5 pawn. Yep. That's what we're doing, Tony. Of course that's what we're doing. I'm just gonna tell you I don't appreciate the pressure. Yeah, I mean, it gets to you, man, after a while. And it's very hard. Oh, yes. Just kill me with your billion pawns, an extra piece. Should basically are up a rook. Because not only did I give you a rook, but I also gave away the knight, because who needs a knight? It's not like those things help you win the game or anything. It's like, what am I even doing? He's just adding pressure. He's like, yeah, go ahead. Take that a4 pawn. I dare you. It's like, oh, sheesh. Yeah, to put it like that. I mean, I don't really have any other choice. I'm losing regardless. But, like, Tony, man, thought we were cool. Always have it against the pass pawn. Oh my, the chess rules are coming against me. Okay, terrified now. I'm gonna talk about this to my therapist. Well, if I had one, I don't. Actually, that would be really bad to just say out of context. This man keeps beating me in chess. You know, there's certainly some shenanigans that could go on with a thing like that. Yeah, go ahead, queen. Oh, she didn't even do the dignity of queening first. You're just like, nah, I want this game to be over. So, I mean, it's fair enough. If you lose this game, I think that you need to apologize to yourself, like, repeatedly. Because if I snatch a stalemate from you, like, your parents aren't even going to be able to look you in the eyes with respect. Everything looks bad now. Oh no. This is easy, Tony. Come on, checkmate me. Yeah, don't think about it. We're just so good at chess that you don't even need to think about it because it's that easy. It's that easy for you. We're a chess master. Alright, one more game for good measure. Well, if you can. Okay, if you can, and I'm white this time. So 1 draw, 1 loss, and this is going to be the time where I crush you. Just like I crushed my parents' high expectations. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, how old am I? Oh, Tony. That's a little personal. But if you must know, I'm 16. Very manly, a very manly age. Hence ThatMagnetMan. You'd be surprised though. Some people, even with that username, they're like, "Are you a boy or a girl?" It's like, Though the most common thing I get is like, "So what type of magnet are you? A chick magnet?" And it's just like another one of these people. Like it's funny, but after hearing it like 10 times, it becomes significantly less funny. I'm guessing that you're roughly 17 or 18, just based on your username. Not all people use numbers like that, but a lot of the people I've met online do. A 5-year-old beat me. What are we talking about? Are you 5? If you're 5 and you know what YouTube is, I mean, you're smarter than the average 5-year-old. What are you on? A 5-year-old beat me. What are you talking about? Like, my brother beat me once because I lost internet connection. He's older than that, though. And I would have won had the internet been on my side. I don't really know the ages of people I play. Whenever I'm playing against little kids, I play a little differently. Like, I remember my brother once castled twice in the same game. Something only super grandmasters can do. I also know a lot of people who are better at me than chess. Well, at chess, rather. What about your username, man? What about it? Be clear. That's very family friendly of you, Tony. 19. Yes, okay. There's also some lag in like stream input, so like I'm responding to you like 20 seconds later. That's probably what happened. Okay, 19. 19, that's a very respectable age. Gotta pay bills and things. It's a lot less fun. I don't know why you said that. I mean, her position isn't that bad. I mean, you aren't crushing me yet, which is delightful for me, not so pleasant for you. Oh, her rating's gone up since we started playing, and my rating's gone down. Good for you. I'm proud of you, man. 18 approx. Okay, so we're 18 now, but you're gonna turn 19. Alright. Let's see here. Yep, just gonna be lining all my pieces together to make the light squares very weak. That's a wonderful idea. Alright, let's change that a little. Oopsie. Okay. Same size castle, yes, my comfort zone. How considerate of you. I like it whenever my opponents are considerate to me. Sure, a good guy, Tony. So are you a fan of Marvel? I mean, whenever I think of Tony, I think of the classic Tony Stark. Ah, rip him. Was a good man, good lad. I'll miss him in the future of the Marvel cinematic universe. You gotta get better with this whole time thing. Like, dude. Like, I know it's 10 minutes. I play a lot of 5 minutes and 3-minute games, so I just play a little faster, kind of automatically, because I don't really have time a lot of the time, because I have other obligations I gotta do. It wouldn't hurt me to play a little fast. I'm not telling you that you have to. Of course, I like the time advantage. I'm just saying for your own sake. Let's see here. What do we do? I don't like pressure. Putting rooks on open files. Though that's typically a smart idea. If Ben Feingold has taught me anything, other than German jokes my sisters say are really offensive. Oh, okay, I see you. You're trying to push for something. Trying to push for something on that queen side. Counterattack. Yes, I feel so smart for moving my rook now. We're just gonna push ahead. Then I move the knight there. And then you probably, well, try to coordinate your pieces a little better. Get your queen out. I shouldn't give you ideas. I'm just saying these things because commentating is hard whenever we're just talking about random stuff instead of the game. It's more in the zone whenever we're focusing on the game, which is always a good thing. Let's see here. Yep, and then I move here. Do I move there? It's a little sketch. It's a little sketch indeed. Let's see. Let's see what she'll do, Tony. If that is her real name. Alright. We could trade, we could add pressure, we could defend stuff, we could launch a ridiculous attack. I mean, the possibilities are endless. And he falls for my trap that I was being careful not to say. Because I'm a chess master. I play. Anyway, let's see here. It'll be interesting to see her next couple of moves. I told you, this is a game where I win. Finally gonna win this game, and then my parents will be proud of me. Oh, no. Don't worry, I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal if I lose. You don't have to throw for my behalf. Let's see. Alright, he's just lost at what to do. He's like, oh man, I thought that this guy was trash. I beat him, and obviously, I'm just so much better than him. Oh my. Oh, Tony. Tony, how could you? We're making good moves. It's not good enough, though. Go ahead, take it. Take it, I dare you. I dare you, Tony. Take that, Bishop. See what good it does you. Oh. Loki dying. No, retainers are really annoying. It's late, so I decided I should put them on. Anyway, he's watching the stream. Can't show my pre-moves. Then he'll try to outsmart me by doing a terrible move that would only be good with the pre-move that he saw. I mean, it's not a bad move. It's not a good move. It's not a bad move, though. Let's see here. I'll just move that out of the way. That seems like a very reasonable and disciplined thing to do. Can't believe I've been streaming for like probably 40 minutes, but because I didn't hit go live, it's probably more like, yeah, let me see now. Almost 20 minutes. That isn't bad. It's not good, don't get me wrong. It's not bad, though. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. Can make plenty of bad moves if I think long and hard about it. I think that's what I can do. Okay. What do we do here? We don't tell the enemy, though this is one of the cases where it might be perfectly fine to tell the enemy. I'm a little unsure about that myself. Let's see, where's that rook going? Not to a more useful square, that's for sure. Do you have Discord, Tony? I mean, we could coordinate this. Next game, we go into Discord, we're talking about the position, having a good old time. He's thinking like, is there a crazy attack here that would just allow me to win the game on the spot? I wonder if he's even still watching. Probably not. Let's see. Alright, he's backpedaling. It's always a good sign. Okay. It's really what makes me feel accomplished in my life. Knowing I'm making the enemy backpedal. Yeah, that's right. That rook's very useful behind that pawn. Watch that pawn queen, and then I regret everything I ever said bad about that pawn. It's gonna be great. absolutely fantastic. Okay. Let's see, where does that rook want to go? There's a lot of useful squares for it. A ton. Like everywhere essentially would just be a beautiful square for that rook. My voice is just so majestic that he's like really analyzing every word to say to see if there's any like verbal hints on what the plan is. It's like, what do I do with this rook? We're not even 20 moves in yet. Like, oh. But he's thinking about it. I'm in his head now. He's like, I don't want to lose this game against some kid, you know. It's alright. Whenever they ask who beat you once and you won once and then there was a draw, should be like ThatMagnetMan, and they're like, oh, okay. I mean, after all, losing against a man, there's no shame in that, right? Be gone. I mean, I'd be biting my nails, crying if I had this position. It's just terrifying. What do you even do against pure excellence? Not a thing. Yeah, do that move that I wanted me to do. See how it goes for you. It's like, oh crap, I just set myself up. And you absolutely did. There's no reason that you had to do that. I mean, you had places to go. Were they great places? No. Were they places better than that? Absolutely. I'm gonna beat you on top. I wanted to checkmate you. You resigned. Okay. Okay. I mean, that's disappointing. Oh, where's the thank you for saying well played. You know, she's been a good sport about this whole thing. It's been fun. We can do another game if you like. Let's see. We'll challenge. We'll just do random, of course. I don't want you to be in any rush. Of course, don't feel obligated to keep playing, even though I'm sure the audience is absolutely head over heels in love with you. You've been a wonderful player. Yes, I did play better that round. Suspicious. How is it suspicious? You literally can see everything that I'm doing. Now, like if you couldn't see, I could understand for suspicion. But like, okay, for me, I'm probably more like a 1200. I just don't play chess that much. Well, not as much as I used to. Because I played several warm-up games before played against you. You can accept or decline my challenge. And if you're suspicious, well, okay, he won't honor. Okay, that is a little cold. He's like, you played better before. Suspicious. Like, it's like if he wants to see if I did anything wrong, he could literally just look at the stream and be like, oh, okay. Like, if I had some bot open, I'm sharing my entire screen so you'd see it. Okay, anyway, we'll do the anti-fried liver defense. There's other ways of going about that too, I think, though that's just usually what I do, because back whenever I played a lot of chess in the past, that's like what really got me a lot of the time. Alright. Like, I'm a little annoyed by him. Like, he's like, you played actually like a not terrible person. That's suspicious. It's like, whatever. I did call out hacks on him though, like jokingly. So, I mean, it's probably just playful banter. Alright. This position is complicated. I don't like. My brain cannot handle complicated positions like this. I am much scared. Like, if you got these three defenders here, you got a couple defenders here. I mean, some trades could be happening on the D file. Then I'm going to be lining up my pieces to make the dark squares, like, really big weaknesses. So I probably should, take his dark square bishop, but maybe not. I was enjoying the playful banter thing, though. Like, it's always a little fun whenever you got that. Though, of course, you can have too much of a good thing sometimes. Okay, let's just keep on going. What's he gonna do? We're gonna do that. Oh, okay, I see how it is. Oh, this person's from Brazil. Oh, let's see. Let's see if they're one of those people. I wonder if they're gonna respond, because you don't always get people who are like some. So, he was asking me if I was American. Been trying to learn some Portuguese since languages is not a talent of mine. Oh, hey, anything's possible. Literally anything. Okay. Just in case they want to talk more, let's see here. I'll just have Google Translate ready. It's not really necessary, and, talking to the enemy, that's like a terrible idea. Never do that. Who would ever talk to the enemy? It's not like I was just talking to Tony. No. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I mean, I don't really speak it fluently, so I don't want to give many false impressions. But I do know some. Let's see here. We want to. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, you know. Okay, and let's just practice that. Não se muito português, mas uso Duolingo. Who knew that chess would turn into a Portuguese lesson? I didn't. Anyway, Spanish is much more common, probably more practical to know. I want to learn a lot of languages. It's not my forte, unfortunately. Though I do enjoy learning. I'm gonna be more engaged in this conversation. I got my rating back to how it was in this conversation over here than the actual game itself. They have art in their name too. Oh, cool. Like, let me think. What are some random... let's see. So he also speaks English. Alright. Do not talk to the enemy. It's a horrible idea. They'll scout you out. They'll get you. They want blood. Nah, I'm chill. I'm chill. Nice, man. So, what are... I don't know. They are speaking semi-formally whenever talking English, but that could just be their more... That's how they practice it, so... I don't know. Though text can say a lot about a person. It can also say surprisingly little, so don't get that too wrapped in your head. I'll add this person as a friend. Nogu e ot. I hope I'm not making random stranger curious. Why does this random American try to learn Portuguese? It's my business. My business is my business. Well, sometimes. Depends on what it is. I try to be a little open. Just a little bit. For fun. Okay, so he's got to move that rook. He could also be using Google Translate. It might not be really a language he knows well. Okay, so do we allow this? Yes, we do, because that comes with check. Haha, we're a fool. We're a fool. Should have known better than to think the Brazilian could have busted me at chess. Never. I am undefeatable. Okay, so do we want to open up this line? I mean, I'd say... let's go for it. We'll close up this bishop. We'll get our pawn more towards the center. We're going to get our rook, moving that queen. It's going to be great. Also, I just realized that might be a little too personal. We literally have only played a chess game with this dude. Like, we're getting into the personal questions. That's improper of me. So I'm going to move here. He's going to move here to try and check. Not check me. He's going to try and threats. Then I'm like, nah, fam. Not about that threat life. Then what's he going to do about that? Nothing. That could be a girl too. It doesn't really matter. It's someone. You never know whenever, like, there's a lot of artists in the world. Alright. So we're gonna kick that queen again. Show them where they belong. Okay, I want to make sure the stream's still going. Yep, it's been going for 33 minutes. Wahoo! I feel very accomplished now. The most accomplished I've ever felt in this life. I'm being a little facetious, obviously. Alright. They're beating me. What did I do to deserve such a cruel fate? So I'm going to be getting our pieces over here. We're going to be lining it up towards the king. My king might have to do a little run in the process. That pawn is defended. There's nothing we're going to do about that. You could take it anyway and then look quite foolish for allowing me such a free queen. Let's just do that. Sometimes they'll let you. Around my player range, I sometimes do that. They'll sometimes let you. It's great. Symmetry. Symmetry of what? I have no. It's symmetry. Symmetry of something. Okay, he's just gonna do that. I'm gonna ignore everything. I'm gonna be like, take my queen, I dare you. Nah. Don't take my queen. Don't take my queen. I'm not that confident and I'm gonna win. I don't think there's any way he can, currently. So what's he gonna do? I mean, it's queen, like, we're gonna be trading queens. So he can trade queens, and then what does he do from there? That's what you do. But then, what if I go like this? What do you do? What do you do, sir? Vegas. I'm guessing they mean like Las Vegas. Okay. I get some sick and twisted joy in my heart whenever situations like this happen. I mean, yeah, I feel a little bad for them if it was a genuine misclick. Now, some people say they misclick whenever they fully, meant to click there. They just didn't see the problem with it. He's just getting crammed. I basically want a piece there. I don't want a full queen, which is what I admittedly would have preferred, though. Can't win them all. I'm just gonna laugh if every mistake he does, he's like, misclick, didn't mean to do that, Sorry. Let's see. What's he doing? He's doing something. Sensing evil in the air. Okay, we're just gonna force him. We're gonna force our king on a little walk. Okay, where do we want to go from here? I mean, really, what we just gotta do is get that H pawn is our main threat. If we can deal with that, then everything will be dandy. There maybe was a move of... Well, if there was, there isn't anymore. Oh, no, because our rook defends that point, so we're just gonna do that. He's gonna cry about it tonight. No, he's not. Don't worry. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not making anybody cry tonight. Probably. Maybe. Okay. We're still winning. He could maybe take a pawn, but really, it's a little greedy. Greed isn't good for you kids. So that's a good life lesson. See, what can he do? I mean, he can take that, and then there's some problems for me, but will the problems for me be worse than the problems for him? I'm not sure about that. Especially with the time on the clock. Maybe it's a drawish position because I blundered something, but it's not with a minute 20 on the clock versus almost 3 minutes. Because what he's thinking is taken here, then if I move... You baffle me, sir. Okay. I'm just gonna take that. We'll discover the consequences. I think he outthought himself. Which is a dangerous thing to do in chess. It happens a lot. Like, there's no way he can add more defense to that bishop that desperately needs it. Because if he was thinking, okay, I can move here, it's like, no, bishop, gone. And any chance of winning the game. Now, you can always hope for a stalemate. Now, if this person wants to do a rematch, we'll do one more game. If not, we're just going to go ahead and be going on our way. The stream was meant to be over an hour. I literally played like 40 minutes of chess before this. Those things happen. So he's thinking, I go over here, and I mate you. It's me who gets the last laugh. And it's like, do you though? Is that really what you want? Okay, so he wants to get here. And if he can get away for that to be protected, it'll be mate. But it's not protected, so what are we worrying about? Nothing. We're thinking too hard about this. It's one game. Especially with moves like that, but he doesn't know what to do. Don't judge him. I wouldn't know what to do either in his position. It's almost amazing that he hasn't resigned, because that almost is the honorable thing to do. Which is, resigning is the honorable thing to do. Never do it, obviously. Let's see. Here he's just gonna have to move somewhere. It's a little harder than you'd think to move somewhere in positions like this. Oh, I could have won his piece. Oh, let's see. We'll ask him. Rematch. Okay. So we'll play this game and then we'll close this video. And it's been a lot of fun, guys. I hope that you guys have been enjoying this live stream. It's been a little while since I've done this, and I thought, hey, today is as good as any to beat a couple of people at chess games. Which, I mean, every day is a good day to beat people at chess, but especially this evening because it's relatively quiet. Let's see here. It's a little inconsiderate of that person to do that. I mean, I'd expect them to have better manners. Though, maybe it's just a cultural thing at Brazil to make good chess moves. That should be banned. Should be bannable on chess.com, making good chess moves. Let's see. We'll just do something like this. We're gonna have a struggling piece from now on because of that. If they don't take, of course. He's thinking hard about it. He's like, do I just trade? The answer is no, 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 never trade, never trade. Okay, let's offer him more trades. And he's like 10, 12. He's not bad at chess. Don't mistake it for that, but like they're as good as me. Meaning there's all sorts of mistakes that are they're just waiting to make. It's almost mandatory to make at least 5 blunders in a game. Now 6 is stretching it a little. Okay. We're gonna be getting rid of our struggling piece, which is the knight. He didn't really have a home. Now we don't really have to worry about it because, well, let's see. If they open up a place for, okay, so we should take just, let's make it so we don't even have to worry about that. Oh, and they didn't open up the file. Okay, so I'm feeling much more confident about this position already, which is good for me. I'm not sure they're too confident that I'm saying that, but unlike the last two, they can't hear me. They don't even know this stream is happening, so woohoo. Let's see, anybody in the chat? No, nobody in the chat. Alright. Do we castle? I don't know if we castle this game. This game seems a little risque to castle either way. Though, let's try it just for fun. Castling is typically a good chess principle, and we'll try to do good chess principles. That seems like a moral thing to do. So obviously he doesn't want to take here anyway because it weakens the center and everything like that. Though I might want to take here just because he does get a strong center with those 2 pawns, but at the same time I get this pawn at the end of it, and I don't see anything wrong with taking it because even if he attacks my rook with like one of these moves, I can always just defend it again. Meaning there's really no reason not to, and then I'm up a pawn, and let's see, he has 7 minutes and 40 seconds on his clock, where I have 8 minutes on my clock, meaning that I already have a time advantage, and now I have a material advantage, and this over time will compound itself into a victory if I just keep on playing in a way where I'm not giving away free pieces. Which, again, I make no promises because I'm not too good at that sort of thing. Now you probably want to move here. Though doing that does take away time on getting himself to other squares. I can't really go there, so I can't really defend that square, though that's perfectly acceptable, I think, in this particular scenario where there's not too many damaging consequences from that specifically. The more important thing to note is that my king is a little vulnerable now because his rook does have the open f-file, and as I predicted, he made that move, which was a little predictable. Though it was a good move, so on his part, it's doing a good job. Which is very intimidating. I prefer my opponents not doing a good job, as it does help out my cause. Though, because I've been able to predict his moves fairly quickly, I still have the time lead and I still have the pawn lead. Though, in one of the games I was playing earlier against Tony, that really didn't mean anything. Okay, that's being attacked twice. We'll just move this up to make it so that that's less of a liability and more of a safety measure. Though, of course, I need to Keep in mind that if anything ever ends up on the G file, that is like a rook or the queen, that they have pins and that my queen would have certain obligations to protect that piece in those particular scenarios, although they don't exist on the board currently, though he's trying to set up a scenario where they possibly could exist, which is only mildly irritating. Alright. Now, however, his queen is no longer protecting a move, let's see, such as this. And there is no immediate threats. Also, if he takes, there's going to be more defenders against this critical point in the game. Also, this takes away from, well, it takes towards the center, however, it will give my bishop significantly more power, and then I am able to pin his knight, which is currently undefended, and this move is a major threat right now, which overall is a victory in its own right. However, he did the correct response, which was just unpinning by defending, which is exactly what you would want to do in that sort of scenario. However, I think I can force a trade of rooks like this, which I might want to do. However, it would make things significantly more boring, so I would probably be unwise. It would be an unwise decision to do that right now. Let's see here. What do I want to do? Okay, so this is sufficiently defended. If he moves, let's see, he can move several places to add to the defense, but this can be a target, and it's a good place for my pieces to line up and attack right now. Though, of course, he defends it, which is, again, great on his part. I applaud his tactfulness, as it is good. And we're more even on the clock now, which is also great for him. However, things being great for him isn't great for me, so as much as I applaud his brilliancy, it can be a little mildly irritating. However, we do not have sufficient pressure against the G2 point to be that afraid of how things are going. So we can just slowly increase pressure just all along this file. We can also do this, which serves as a double attack, as it's attacking the rook, and it's also attacking the pawn on the h file, which is currently undefended. So moving it there might have been a little premature with the h4, although saying that you play h4 always looks intimidating, and if the move looks intimidating, then it probably is in some way. And this bishop has really got an adventure, and it really can control the board as long as there's some piece backing it up to like let it control different diagonals, which is also really good. Also, a lot of the pressure for me has just been killed because I no longer have to worry about that h pawn. And now that time like he almost got the time back, though he's kind of lost that now, so that's kind of meh for him, I'd imagine. What I really want is to pin this knight some other way. However, I don't think now is the time for it. However, let's see here. We just want to keep on pressing forward somehow, some way. So I think I'll just move back because, as the greatest grandmaster in the world, Ben Feingold, says, retreat like a Frenchman. Okay, what do we want to do here? I'd say our next biggest target is actually going to be opening up the F file. Just by opening up lines, removing those pawns, basically making it so that there's less and less wiggle room. Also, thank you for imploring my next move by also giving the reason to do it. So we're trying to apply pressure on the h2 pawn and my bishop. My bishop takes care of both, and that's really the only square where it needs to be, where it can also help in the defense and the attack. So I really applaud you for helping me make great moves, as not all my opponents allow me to do that easily. But it's like, if you take what I'm already thinking and you just you force me to do it, which is always a step in the right direction for me. And our time difference will just get less and less the more you play like that. And I really appreciate that. Not everyone is that noble. I will say, though, for someone who is not making the best moves, he can still move quickly, which not everyone is like that. Some people do terrible moves and they start playing really slowly. They've also been very not talkative after that, and I think it's because they're feeling a little ashamed that I'm going to beat them twice in a row. It happens. I've lost to people a lot of times in a row. It's not that uncommon. So I'm just going to check here. He's either going to move his knight or that to block, which is a perfectly reasonable thing to do. Then I'm just going to keep on. She just got to keep on applying pressure till they can't handle more. That's being attacked twice. It's being defended twice. Though they're going to lose another pawn. Oh, I see. They're not going to lose another pawn because of the indirect defense that's going on. And that's actually really good, the idea that they're trying to do. Let's see. Let's see here. Though it won't matter in the end because there's this check right here, which they can't really do anything about. My rook is not defended. That is true. However, it doesn't really matter because they're in check. So while they thought they were being clever, in the end, it doesn't actually matter how clever they were. So let me just see. And I still have an escape route if they try to check me there. And not to mention, they move their king in a position where they'd be in check. They're moving their knight again, which... Poor knight. I mean... It didn't ask to be treated this way. Let's see here. Now, if I move here, it's just going to get worse and worse for them. I mean, there's not a whole lot to do here now, even though I'm only up a piece, essentially. Because I just... Wait, do I even need to do anything? Do I just go here? I think I just go here, and then there's just really nothing to do. Unless there's like a way for them to take, and then I feel really dumb. Because I go like that. And they just take with the queen, and then I checkmate them, and then it's over. So guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed this chess stream. I wasn't really planning on doing it. I know that my uploading schedule can be a little inconsistent. Let's see, I think it's Boa Pigar. Let's see. Let's see. Good game. Learning is always good. Bomb Judge. Okay. So we're just gonna paste this, and then victory, checkmate, GG guy. It really was. She left the room, so I'm glad we're on the same page. It's getting late. I got some things I'm gotta do before bed. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, make sure to hit a like. Maybe comment something if you're watching after everything was said and done. Tell me what you thought, if you liked these chess streams, or whether if you have other suggestions of your own. Anyway, this was ThatMagnetMan. Until next time, I'm out. Bye bye.